Everyone, it's Bruno. Uh, it's going to be a little different tonight. Uh, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to capture a sunset for you. And really, I don't have that much beautiful to look at tonight. But nonetheless, I hope that you're having a beautiful moment wherever you are. And maybe some of you would like to come aboard and just chat this evening about whatever you'd like to. We'll just have to see what happens. So excuse me, I just had a little bit of supper and had something caught in my teeth, so I wanted to pick it out. And we'll wait a few moments here and see if anybody comes up online. Looks like somebody's taking a look around. Good. Hello, how are you? Would you like to enter something into the chat? And Julian's come aboard, and he says, well, what do you have for supper? Well, I just had a little tuna snack. And Pat says hello. Hi, Pat. It's good to see you in your messages. Excuse me. I'm sorry I don't have a beautiful sunset to watch tonight. It's been an interesting day. And Julian says, I finally beat Pat to the stream. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a little race is a fun thing. So, how's your guys' days been going? How have you been doing today? And Julian says they're doing great. And Pat compliments you, Julian, and says, nice job, Julian. And Pat adds, me and my family finally moved into our new house. So there's some good news, I hope. And Julian says that's pretty cool. Looks like we've got 8 people now who are now watching the chat or watching the live stream. You're more than welcome to join in the chat. Just please be respectful and kind. And remember that you never know who's watching this. And we'd sure like to have you join in this evening or this morning or wherever you are. And Albert Perez asks, can we roast? Well, what is it you'd like to roast? And MM Casual Fan 69 says hello. Yeah, and thank you for the like. We always appreciate the likes here. They mean a lot to us. And MM Casual Fan 69 says hello to everyone. And Kennedy says hello. And MM Casual Fan says, I liked. Thank you. Thank you very much. We always appreciate the likes. And we've got 3 likes now. And just remember, this is not all about me. This is about all of you. You're the ones who make these live streams possible and special. And Simon asks, hey, sir. And Kennedy asks, am I religious? Or if any of you are religious, really. Yes, I am. And Albert Perez says, you read the chat like you in the 80s. Yeah, I was probably in my peak in the 1980s, back in the day. I'm just an old guy. I'm 63 now. How else am I supposed to read the chat? And Kennedy asks, do you believe in Jesus? And yes, I do. And I hope you all do too. And Albert is roasting. Yeah, little roast is a good thing. And Casual Fan 69 says, you're kind of cool and funny, Daddy. Well, if I can bring a smile to your face, that's the important thing. And Kennedy has remarked that I love Jesus, they say, and Jesus loves all of you. And that's true. That's very true indeed. And Albert Perez has entered in a large or a capital W, and Simon says, where are you from? Well, I'm from my mom and dad. It was their bright idea to bring me into the world, so there you go. And yeah. And Casual Fan said they've subscribed now. Thank you very much. Just be aware, on my channel you find all sorts of things, but probably the real gem of what you find on my channel are the music playlists. There's so much wonderful music out there. And I try to share that and really try to make that the focus of my channel. I think what musicians bring is absolutely incredible to all of us. And Kennedy has liked and subscribed. Thank you very much, Kennedy. We all appreciate that. And Simon B says, well, how can I put it? Is put in a bunch of smiley and laughing emoticons or emojis. That's wonderful. Thanks. That's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And Casual Fan says, I really like your videos. I subscribed because of it. And you're funny and wise. Well, I don't know if I'm all that wise or if I'm all that funny. But you guys, everybody out there, you all contribute to this. You make this all possible. If you didn't chat, I wouldn't have anything to read or to remark on. And how can I put it? It's you guys that, your contribution is what flows through and then makes everybody smile. So you're all contributing. And Casual Fans, why don't you fully read my comments? You're really funny. Well, I read as much of them as I think is appropriate. I have to do a little self-editing here. I have to do a little bit of self-moderating. And we have to be mindful that at a later date or a later time, someone else might view these, live streams as videos and maybe, they can't read, it's not a maybe, they can't read the chat. So I have to communicate in such a way that they can understand what you all are talking about and make it as clear as I can for them. So hopefully you can understand that. And it's not that I mean to offend anyone or cut anyone short. It's just that sometimes I have to do a little selective editing or moderating. And I hope you understand. And yeah, Julian's made an interesting observation. Thank you for that. Yeah. It looks like we've got a couple more likes. Thank you. We all thank you for those. We all appreciate those very much. Okay. So, how's the weather where you guys are? Or gals is the choice, is the, how can I put it, as it may be. As it turned out, I was inside most of the day. I wasn't able to get out. I hope that maybe tomorrow or possibly the next day I'll be able to get out and get around a little better. And Albert Perez asks if I'm married or divorced. Neither. I've been single all my life. And Casual Fan 69 says it's sunny here in Florida. Yeah. Yeah, it's sunny in Florida. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. So, what town are you near, Casual Fan? Leicester, Florida. I can't. I actually don't know where Leicester, Florida is. Yeah. Could you tell me a city it's near, like Orlando or Jacksonville or Sanibel Island or Fort Myers? Are you in the middle of Alligator Alley? And Albert Perez has asked, why you never tie the knot? Well, I looked. Heaven knows I looked. But for some of us, God just sets us aside. I don't know how else to put it. At age 63, you begin to realize that God just sets certain of us men aside, and certain women too. It's not because he's angry with us or we're less than anybody. It just that God has a certain path laid out for us, and we have to follow that. And Casual Fan says they're near Tampa Bay, and asks if I have game. No, and I don't quite understand the next comment he or they put in. Yeah, I don't quite understand that. I'm sorry. Yeah. And Albert says, respect that you got to the point to understand that. Yeah, I'm a slow learner. I didn't quite fully appreciate it until I was well into my 50s. About 10 years ago or so. And yeah, a bit of a slow learner. I'm afraid that I really messed up a lot of relationships. I think God really did try, though, to put some really wonderful women into my life. I'd like to think that maybe we taught each other. I know that most of them, if not all, went on and found the men that God intended for them to share their lives with. Men who could provide for them more than what I was capable of providing. I can remember after some of those relationships ended, how fervently that I would pray that these women that I've known would find the right man that God really had intended for them. And the difficult thing is now that some of them are now widowed. And although it may sound contradictory, I mourn for the loss of their husbands. Just because they were able to achieve something that I couldn't. Doesn't permit me to become jealous or covetous of what they had. It shouldn't permit any of us to be covetous or jealous of what other people have, especially when they find someone special. We should rejoice in those things. How matter much we love them, and love as it flows is a permanent thing. We should always pray that God holds them together, even after one parts in death. We should pray that God provides companions for them, people they've known over the years, friends that help fill the time that remain for those who are left behind on earth. Not that they take the place of a husband or a wife, but just to look out for each other as friends do and should. Let me get back to the chat. Yeah. So, how about you out there? How do you feel about things like that? I'd really like to know. And thanks for subscribing, Casual Fan. I appreciate that. We all do. Now, I think for just a couple of minutes, because it kind of hurts for me to sit in one place for very long, I'm going to go ahead and create a green screen. And when I do that, I'm going to set the phone down for a few minutes. I'll still be here. There won't be any sound or anything, but you all can keep the chat going amongst yourselves. And I'll be back with you in just a few moments. Let's go ahead and see if we can set up this chat or this green screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pick one here. It's definitely bright green. And I guess I could go ahead and put up a picture of my crush. How can I put it? I may never have gotten married. I'm not chasing women anymore. But I got to tell you, I do have a crush. So let me see if I can put her up on the green screen, because she's definitely easier on the eyes than I am. Let me see if I can do this. If I do that, and I do that, and flip it around, it goes to green. I do that, and here is a beautiful picture of Liza Tarbuck from BBC Radio 2. Now, isn't she pretty? She's a lot prettier to look at than I am, isn't she? Okay, well, I'm going to set the phone down for a moment, and I'll be right back. You guys can keep chatting. Now, let me tell you guys and gals a little bit about Liza Tarbuck and why I think she's pretty cool. At around noontime here in the Central Time Zone, if you go to BBC Radio 2, Liza has a program that goes on the air. And she's, of course, British. She's the daughter, I believe, of Jimmy Tarbuck, who's a renowned British comedian. Liza herself is just a few years younger than I am. I believe she's around 60 or 61. And she's been an actress and comedian all her life. Interestingly enough, she's never been married. But she's highly intelligent. And my gosh, the program that she puts on is just absolutely fantastic. It's so wonderful because the people who send messages to her during her 2-hour program each week tell stories about themselves and about animals and about nature. And they're all just hilarious. Lisa herself tells stories about herself and people she's known and events she's been to all during the course of her life. And how can I put it? It's so much self-depreciating humor that that really brings joy to everybody. And if you think that I'm fun, you should listen to her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She can be a little naughty. And casual fan, yeah, you might think that she's that, but you listen to her. And she'll give you a run for your money. You want to talk about a roast. And I would challenge anyone not to fall in love with this woman just by listening to her. Just by listening to her. Yeah. Yeah. And casual fan says, that's a good thing. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, it sure is. So I think I might take a look here, see if I can find something else for you guys all to look at. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, this isn't chopped cheese, but this is actually something I had for lunch the other day. Yes. Yeah. This is no Casual fan. Here's your response. Now, you were bringing up chopped cheese. This is what I had for lunch the other day. And I'll tell you what it was, if you want to know. Of course, you can tell me what it looks like, and then I'll tell you what it really was. How about that? Oh, okay. Okay. She's a baddie. Well, I don't know if she's a baddie or not. I think she's just naughty. Just naughty in a fun, harmless way. Besides, like I said, she's a crush, right? Which means I'm never going to meet her. She doesn't know I exist. I let her set my heart aflutter. and I admire her from a distance. It's impossible. You know, it's just like trying to reach out and touch the end of a rainbow. And let's see here. I don't know what you mean there, Casual Fan, about Lisa. And it's Liza Tarbuck. That's how her name is spelled. I will say this. I have tried to send her emails. But no doubt there's millions and millions of emails. And oh, yes, Casual Fans cleared this up. They've actually asked, do I admire Lisa? Yes, I definitely admire Lisa. Yeah. I admire her very much. How a woman could go through life and not crack up, and retain such an effervescent sense of humor and all that intelligence is just, to me, absolutely astounding. I am so in awe of her. So in awe of her. So, simply put, if she ever showed up around here, I'd probably just faint dead away. Somebody would revive me later with smelling salts, assuming I come back to life. Would probably say, "Who was that?" And I go, "Well, don't you know?" Yeah. Yep. And the funny thing is that probably nobody around here would know. Yep. So, Casual Fan, did you figure out what lunch was the other day? Can you see that there? I mean, if you can't, please explain that you can't. I mean, I know that we've had people that are blind here in chat. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't mean to tease. Yeah. And it looks like the numbers are kind of bouncing around a little bit between 2 and 3 people that are viewing the chat. You're more than welcome to enter something into the chat. And Casual Fan, the more you push, the more I will ignore you. I mean, those have got to be the rules. Yeah. Goon may mean one thing to you, but, it might mean entirely something different to someone else. And yes, we appreciate your apology. We appreciate your apology. We just have to be mindful of other people. Mm-hmm. I mean, the definition I remember for goon was, oh my gosh, there's been so many. And Casual Fan thinks they're the only one in chat. Well, you may be the only one in chat, but there's at least 2 people watching. And there's also me. So there's at least 3 of us involved here. So we're not alone, are we? And really, even when we're not in chat, when you think about it, we aren't alone either. So to the other person who's aboard, would you like to enter something into the chat too? We're generally friendly here. We don't bite. We're just here chatting about whatever. Yeah. Well, I can't help myself. Like I said, I have a crush on the woman. Don't you go on about your crushes, or haven't you ever had a crush? Casual fan. Have you ever had a crush? I mean, after all, I'm single. I've never been married. Just because I'm no longer actively pursuing doesn't mean that I can't allow myself to have a crush on someone. And Casual Fan says, yeah, probably Livy Dune. I can't say as I know who Livy Dune is, but I'll have to look her up. And Casual Fan gives her a 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing about me is that, I always kind of look at women, or anybody with a blind eye. I don't judge on appearance. I oftentimes try to look. I'm not perfect, but I try to take my time with everyone and look past the initial cover of the book, so to speak, or even the dust jacket for that matter, and try to listen to their voice and to hear what's in their heart. And yeah, she is just devastating. Casual Fan, she is just devastating. To me, she's the whole package. She's intelligent, she's bright, she's sharp, she's witty, has a wicked sense of humor, and is all over music like cats on a parakeet. And that's not all. Her eyes are wide open. She's fully engaged in the world around her. My gosh, I mean, what's not to love? What's not to love? Plus the fact she's got those absolutely gorgeous eyes and that beautiful smile. But so help me, if I was blind, it wouldn't matter. Yeah. So let's see if we can find something else to look at, since you don't seem to be so interested in lunch, which actually happened to be tuna and mayonnaise with sharp white cheddar cheese on sugar-free whole wheat artisan bread, accompanied by bean and maize bread consomme. So you know what that is, casual fan, don't you? And by the way, it was very good. Very good. I'm still waiting for casual fan to reply here. Oh, and I do wish I could have some music in the background myself. Well, casual fan, if you do a Google image search on Liza Tarbuck, I'll let you find out for yourself. Doesn't matter to me. So, okay, let's see what else we can find to look at here. I might be able to show you what I had for dinner last night. Give me a moment. Okay, and here, just a moment, was dinner last night, or at least some of it. An MM Casual Fan 69 says, "No, I don't have Google. Can you please tell me if she's really pretty?" I think she is. I really do. I mean, just, if you saw the image that I put up of her, you could see how pretty she is. Look at her smile. Yeah. Yeah. I've just never heard, and really, I would say it, but I've never heard that term. And I don't know if that's slang for something. And I don't, all I know is the dialect that I know. I mean, if you push me really far, I'll go into maritime, which is, that's close to my heart and soul, and that's the language I know. But yeah, I know I want to trust you, casual fan. I really do. But I'm going to have to look this stuff up for myself. I just can't go on assumptions. Yeah. So what do you think about the image there? Can you see that, MM Casual Fan? Can you see what I had for supper yesterday? Because it was wonderful. Yeah. That was a place called The Port over at Bridgeport, Illinois, about, maybe 15, 20 miles from here. And had a wonderful steak, and the fries were wonderfully seasoned. That is a cornbread muffin that is just, oh my gosh, just deadly wonderful. The coleslaw, that was fantastic. The au jus was perfect. It was just beyond. My good friend Kip came over and collected me up. Kip was a corporal in the Marine Corps back in the Vietnam era. And Kip and I can tear it up just like everybody. And my gosh, he's just a great guy. He's about 11 years older than I am. And for a guy who's in his 70s, my gosh, there's just no stopping him. Yeah. So, casual fan, can you explain what you meant by that about Liza? Tap. I mean, I've never met her. I've never tapped her on the shoulder. I have done this, though. Whether I've ever watched her shows. Um, I've seen a few clips on YouTube. I don't have YouTube Premium, and I'm quite limited in my own access to the internet. No, I've never tapped into her shows. The other thing is that her shows are a radio broadcast that I listen to, and there are ways to communicate with her, sometimes via email or WhatsApp. WhatsApp is something I don't have. Now you're entering in, it says YTTSSYBAU. Oh, do I Skype her? No, I don't Skype. I'm very low tech, really. Basically, I communicate. If somebody doesn't have my phone number, they're not going to get a hold of me, and I don't give that out very often. Same thing for my email. The only way I've ever tried to reach out to Liza is by literally sending messages through her public email, which was listed on the BBC, or listed through the BBC. No doubt those emails are screened. And like I said, there's millions of admirers she has throughout the United Kingdom. And so I'm just another joker across the pond. And yeah. And casual fans asking now, what was the point of the stream? Well, whatever you'd like to make it to be. I mean, since you're the only one who's really contributing right now, I guess the point of this stream is all about you. So, it's about what you contribute. It really is. And what everybody contributes. And I don't know what that means. I'll have to Google that term later. He's typed in SYBAU. Yeah. And, casual fans, yeah. I'm sorry that you feel like I'm avoiding your questions. But you have to remember, we are not alone here. There are other people who come aboard and view the live stream. It's as much about them as it is about you. And it looks like someone else has entered into the live stream. And would you like to enter something into the chat? Yeah. No, I have to disagree with you, Casual Fan. I have to disagree. A lot of people tune into these live streams. A lot of people do. It's just tonight isn't one of those nights. But still, we've been on for close to 50 minutes or better now. Let's see if we can find something else to take a look at here. This is an interior shot of the restaurant that we ate at last night. You can see how nice it was. Just kind of a beautiful, beautiful old gin mill. Actually, not an old gin mill. It's actually fairly recent. Yeah. And no, I'm not going to give you my email, casual fan. Nope. Like I said, I'm a very private individual, and very few people have my email, and it's probably best for you to not have it, to be perfectly honest. I can give you my postal address if you'd like. If you'd want to put something down, in a letter and mail it to me, I'd be more than happy to correspond with you that way. But no, I'm not going to go ahead and divulge my email. I already have too much junk emails that I have to deal with. And Casual Fan asks, do you take photos of all your food, or are you just a protein shake? Well, actually, one of the things I enjoy doing is when I have the opportunity to go to a restaurant and it's somewhere I've never been before, or even sometimes if it has been someplace I've been before, I actually do Google reviews of restaurants. And I try to be as honest and as open as I can, and try to bring out the best of what I see in a restaurant or a tavern. And I've been to a lot of them. Interestingly enough, the photographs that I have put on Google Maps, in the last 3 or 4 years. And by the way, it's not just restaurants. I've done scenic outlooks, and I think I actually gave a review of a parking lot one time. But I've gotten over 3.5 million views of my photographs on Google. And Casual Fan asked, did you put the muffins in the freezer? No, actually, that muffin, about half of it, is still in the fridge. I ate about 1/3 of that steak while I was at the restaurant. I ate about another third of it for lunch today. And I had about half that muffin today. I didn't have any of it when I was at the restaurant. It was still absolutely wonderful. Very sweet, though. I have to watch that because I have diabetes. And I'll have the rest of it for lunch tomorrow. At least that's the plan. Yeah. So let's see what else we've got we can look at real quick. Let's see here. No, let's go this way. It's another shot of the inside of the what do you call it? The port over there in Bridgeport. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to choose from. So I guess we can go. Oh, let's see here. What happens if I press this button? Probably nothing. Oh, wait, there's other images. Maybe. And yeah. Let's see here. Still kind of looking. Stick with me. I can't see the chat the way I'm doing this right now, so I'm going to just go ahead and X that and come back out over here and see if we can find. Well, here's, if you're ever in Bridgeport and you're looking for the port and you're going along Illinois Route 250 on the south side of the road, if you're headed west, there's the sign. So, yeah, wonderful place. The port, the place to be. Food, spirits, and live music. It wasn't live music while I was there, but even without the live music, it was still a wonderful place. The kind of place that, like I said, you've got your friends, your family, your wife, your kids, co-workers, your boss's boss, anybody you want to really take out to a nice meal at a nice place. I would definitely recommend the port in Bridgeport. Well, it's coming up on us being here for an hour, and that's usually about how long I'm on. And it's News 43 with JR. How are you, JR? We're just getting ready to wrap things up. Sorry I wasn't on earlier. It's just been one of those days, and I couldn't get out to see the sunset. It was actually overcast here, so we didn't miss much. Yeah, it's good that you're checking in, though. We always appreciate that. Yeah. So is there anything you want to chat about? I mean, I don't have to tie it up. We can stay on a little while longer if you'd like. Like I said, I don't have any live images to show you right now. We're just looking at some places. We're actually looking at a place that I ate at the other day right now. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. So how about you? What kind of restaurants do you like? We're just waiting to see if JR replies. Mm-hmm. And so far, I'm not seeing a reply, which is unfortunate. That could be caused by any number of things. Technical difficulties beyond our control is the classic. And we are coming up on the 60-minute mark. So, yeah. I guess that's going to be it, folks. Let me go ahead and knock down the green screen. And go ahead and flip the camera around. And I guess it's time, once again, to say good evening and farewell. Thanks for joining. I always appreciate everyone who comes on. You mean a lot to all of us here, not just me. There's times that we all don't always agree, but as long as we try to appreciate one another and be respectful to one another and try to be nice, we can all get along. So we'll try it again. Another time, don't know when, but we'll give it our best shot. You do too. So have fun. Stay safe out there. And as always, good luck. Godspeed. And we'll see you around town.